best podcast in Long Beach, California. This is Tacos and Workouts. What it is. Podcast. Yo, what it is with the best podcast in Long Beach, California. It's your boy Tacos and Workouts, and we have with us today
Jose, the one and only.
That's right. Listen, man, he invited me out, and you know what? We've been in talks, and we finally made it happen. But
It's months in the making, people. Months.
It took years now. it seemed like a very long time.
Collaboration of a lifetime.
So he told me that he knows of a great place where they have pupusas. And me, I've been trying to find a good spot to eat pupusas. So we came out, and then he told us about this drink right here. What are we having right here?
We're introducing him to Cola Champan. So for those who don't know, we're at the Boulevard Market here in Montebello. The only place you can get pupusas, tacos, beer, pizza now. They have Best Cantina. They have Cajun food. This is the spot.
It's the spot. It's a new spot. Look, man, my buddy had a studio right down the street, and I never would see the spot. It's kind of nice. I like it, man. I like the feel, man.
It's been here for a year now, I think. Yeah, a year. So this is one of our favorite spots to come hang out, get some food, some pupusas, have a few drinks, get some tacos, and right behind me they have coffee too. So if you need coffee, if you need a little pick me up, they got you.
They got all this different variety, man. We're like, hey, you know what? Now you have no excuse.
You have no excuse
to be like, hey, you know how like when you bring your lady, goes, ¿Qué quieres comer? I don't know. Nah, fuck that. We're going to this boulevard right here.
I'm gonna get pupusas. You can get tacos. Or you can get some pizza. Whatever.
I'm gonna get this, and you get whatever the hell you want.
That's it, man.
Oh man, listen, man. So you've been on the TikTok for quite a while now, man. Tell us all about your TikTok.
Yeah, I've been on TikTok. I think since quarantine started. I've been making videos forever and a day. I think when Instagram brought out videos, I was doing videos. Snapchat, I was doing Snapchat. At one point, I was doing Vine, YouTube. I think I deleted most of the YouTube. You can still find some with. We used to do skits with Martin Rizzo, comedian Martin Rizzo.
No, I'm not too familiar with them.
We used to do skits. He'd put them on YouTube. Maybe I'm talking about like 12 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah. So we've been making videos for a minute. But I think when TikTok came out, it just kind of blew up the game, changed the game and found an audience, and ahí estamos.
You know what? It's funny that you would say that you've been doing videos for 12 years because people have like a misconception of like for the people that like us that are actually like honest content creators, hardworking content creators. Some people have like this notion that you're gonna make one video, it's gonna go viral, and like hundreds of thousands of people are gonna watch it. But little do they know, you have 12 years in the game, and it's been a struggle to get to where you're at now.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, we started making videos with like funny videos with Martin. And at one point, we got hired by a school to do an after-school program, and so we would basically treat that as like our set, and we would like create videos with the students and whatnot, and then he would like post them on YouTube, and we didn't have an audience. Like it was just kind of like we're just doing videos and putting it out there. But yeah, man, it's been I think more than 12 years of just making content here and there, different places. But when TikTok came around, it just kind of gave us an audience, and like it was like, oh, okay, there's people who like our stuff.
Yeah, the way I found you was I think I was scrolling on Reels, and you do that food thing. Like
I thought it was Tinder, but
was it Tinder? Hey, wait a minute! I'm like, you got me fucked up over here. I'm like, what? No, man, it was definitely Instagram Reels. But you do the food thing, right?
I did a food tour, so people kept asking me like, oh, what's the best pupusa spot? And so I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna do a pupusa tour. But I thought, I might run into other stuff, so I just called it the Hoozay Food Tour. And I just started going to different Salvadorian restaurants and like highlighting their food and showing people like, hey, this is what they got. Like I did one with Vchos. This is probably one of the first ones that I did. And like their video blew up. I think got like 1 million views on Instagram, and then it got like another 1 million views on TikTok. And like it blew their place. They had already had a following, but like that video just kind of like, oh shoot, like there's actually something here with with the food content. And but yeah, man, the Hoozay Food Tour going strong. pupusas all over the world.
Because you do this cool thing. You have like this catchy little like sound, and then you say, you do like this voice, right? And then you're like, hoy estamos en blah blah blah.
You gotta find the right jingle to go with the voice. So then I do a voice for whatever I'm doing. For the food tour is, today we're taking you to Montebello to find one of the best pupusa spots.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. And so it's kind of like down here, like hey, today we're taking you to. And so I try to find a voice for every like type of video, like that matches the sound. I love doing voiceovers because I think that's where you kind of, if you don't see me, at least sell it in the voiceover, right? Like, at least try to make the voiceover, stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the theory behind the food tour videos.
Well, you know what? You did a good job because they caught my attention, and I'm like, hey, you know what? These are solid videos, man. And I kept on looking at them, and a lot of them, like, you made me laugh in a couple of them, right? You try to make them kind of funny.
I try to make them kind of funny. It's funny, but you never. And I think I'm only in like a few handful of the food tour videos. I usually take somebody with me and I showcase them. But you only hear my voice. I think there was only one time where I didn't have anybody, and I brought El Tío with me, and we did a video as El Tío, and as we did a food tour. But it's usually somebody else, and it's usually just my voice.
I think you did a couple minutes ago. Like, hoy fuimos I'm not gonna do the voice. Today, hoy estamos en el supermercado, y tu tía, el chumpa de tu tía, and all that stuff, right?
The running gag on the Tío videos, where I gotta find something. So that joke stems from my dad. We have family in San Francisco, and if you go to San Francisco from LA, you pass the cows on the 5.
Yeah.
And so every time we would take a road trip to San Francisco, my dad would tell my mom, mira, ahí andan tus tías. Right? Or, no, he would say, so the joke is, ahí están tus hermanas, and then he would tell us, ahí están tus tías. Right? And so that was the running gag with my dad with the cows. And I was like, I'm going to do that with the Tío videos and include a Tía joke in every video. And so every video, I think there's like 20 of them now, but like every video has some reference to a Tía somewhere.
Oh, man, those were funny, man. They had me laughing. It's like, like, mira, aquí está tu tía, there's the jacket, do that, these are the chanclas they wear and all that.
Vamos al Walmart a ver qué encontramos. Mira qué anda haciendo tu tía aquí, bo.
That's the stuff.
That's the voice. But yeah, it's just, and it's fun. So that's another one. I'm not even in those videos. Like, you don't see me at all. And then the idea was, it's a character voice. And when I did the music video with Crooked Stilo, they were like, "Oh, we want that guy." I'm like, "Oh, he's not, I gotta bring him to life." And so that's where the Tío was born. It's like, oh, how do we bring that character to life, to the screen? And so the Tío was born.
So let's talk about it, like, because you do comedy, right? But do you also do comedy as El Tío, or how does that work?
Yes.
Or is it two different people? Or
I mean, I think we could break it to them. I've disclosed. I think at this point people know. But I like to mess with people, and like I'll do videos where it's me and him at the same time. To kind of throw people off, and they're like, "Oh shoot, I thought it was you." But no, it's me. So what I do in the stand-ups that I've been doing at Pupusa's Comedy and Beer, I'll host. Right, I'm the host, and I'll bring in different comedians. And then when the headliner comes on, I usually let them know ahead of time, like, hey, I'm not going to come back, but just pretend like, oh, shoot, where the hell is Jose? And then I'll come in as El Tío, and then I'll roast kind of people in the audience as El Tío.
You do some crowd work.
Yeah, I do crowd work as El Tío, and I just come in and, do my thing, or Tío does his thing. And that's how I incorporated him into the live stand-up.
So, is that something you like to do, like crowd work? Like...
No, it's funny. So, I've never. I didn't get into crowd. Like I always done just regular stand up. But when this opportunity, like to bring El Tío to life, I was like, oh, it'd be funny to have him in the show. But I was trying to figure out like what would he do? Like what is his role? Like what And so if you look at the videos, the thing is the Tío talking shit the whole time, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's going into a store talking shit. And so it's like, oh, it'd be funny if the Tío just comes in and just kind of roasts people. Like the Tío experience when your Tío comes over and just kind of starts ribbing on you or, roasting you. So I thought that would be funny. And so I just kind of ran with that idea. And we tried it once and it kind of worked. I was like, okay, there's something here. So then I've done it a few times now at the Pupusas Comedy and Beer Show.
So your comedy is both in English and Spanish, or just mainly in Spanish with this
So,
deal?
so me as a stand-up, I do it's all English,
Okay.
and it has a few, Spanglish in there. El Tío comes on, he's just all Spanish, en español. But the show is Spanish, English. I usually have different comedians, and it's kind of a mix of, español y inglés.
Yeah, man, Spanish is definitely coming up on the comedy scene, man. There's comedy's coming back strong, and it's changing, man. There's gonna be a whole bunch of like Spanish comedy. Like I've been working with some Spanish comedians, Martin Cholano, Carlitos la Abuelita, right?
I saw the interview with Richard Villa. Richard Villa does a whole
Richard Villa, man.
Spanish at the Improv.
Oh man, Richard Villa, man. I was lucky enough to have him on the show. Big shout out to Richard Villa. Thank you for coming on.
We go way back.
Everybody knows everybody in this community. But I see it, man. I see big things happening for him. I see him, reaching out, like having that success that other comedians have right now. I'm not going to mention any names, but yeah, you're going to see him blow up pretty soon, and he definitely deserves to be.
No, that guy's a hustler, man. That guy's been doing it for a minute and, developing the craft. And I've seen some of his, bits, and they're funny. I mean, he's a funny guy, and like I said, he's a hustler. He works at it. So I think being a stand-up, it's a mix. It's being an artist, right? Being a stand-up comedian is being funny, but there's also having like this business sense of like, okay, this is a craft, this is a business. How do we treat it as such and hustle at the game? And if you look back at like all the comedians that have done it, like you look at Kevin Hart, like that guy is a hustler. That guy, he's got his own production company. He's got it. And you see all the other guys that have done it before him, they all have this kind of like, okay, this is a business and I'm the product. And I feel like Richard has that, where he could take it to the next level, and he will. I know he will. And it's just, it's good to see, people you kind of come up with and like, all right, I see where you're going. Yeah. I see where you're going.
Yeah, man, and you know what? It's his turn. He's gonna get his time, and then eventually somebody else will get their time. And it's all about supporting one another, helping each other grow. When you see like comedians or people that have been working at this craft, instead of like chopping them down, we gotta boost them up, man. We gotta help them on the next level, man.
Well, I think that's where if you look at TikTok and what TikTok's done, like even for me, right, like. It's given me an opportunity to build an audience that one will come out to support me in the live stand-ups. And I think if you're a comic, I think those are the platforms that you need to be on, Instagram Reels and TikTok to build your audience for the people who want to show you love and, and rock with you and say, oh yeah, I want to go see that guy in person. And so I think it changed the game for a lot of people. And I think if you're a comedian and you're not on TikTok and you're not on Instagram, you're you got to get with the times, man, because that's where it's at. If you want to build an audience, the audience is not going to come to you. You gotta build it. You gotta hustle it. You gotta make it happen.
For sure, man. That's good stuff right there, man. So listen, we're gonna take a short little break. And
Does that mean we're gonna get food?
Yeah.
I'm trying to introduce this guy to pupusas. I already got him with cola champan, so I need to get him to try some pupusas with curtido and give you guys a review.
All right, man. Let's go get some food. We'll be right back.
Let's do it.
Boulevard Market is so much better. You're gonna love it here. I promise you. They have the best food. They've got pupusas. They've got just like anything you can think of. It is so good. Excuse me. Hi. Yeah, where's everybody at?
It's Monday. We're closed on Mondays.
Wait, but it's Monday.
It's okay. It's okay.
Supposed to be.
I'm not even that hungry.
You don't even know who I am, okay? Where's your freaking manager? I need to talk to your manager. Who does the freaking schedules around here? I'm freaking hungry. I want pupusas. I want freaking pupusas.
Another one.
The Boulevard Market, closed on Mondays.
All right, man. So look, check it out. Jose ordered us a whole bunch of food. What do we got here?
We're feasting today. We are feasting. We started with the cola champan. I got him a pan con pollo, pastelitos, and some ultra cheesy queso con loroco pupusas, and some plátanos fritos, all courtesy of Vchos here at Montebello. Shout out to them. So what do you think?
I'm speechless, bro.
He saw the food. He was like, this is too much.
Man. This pupusa is super cheesy, man. It's awesome.
That is the queso con loroco from Vchos. Their cheese pupusas usually ultimately cheesy. Their panes con pollos are ridiculous. Like, this thing is like massive. I don't even think you can like eat it.
I'm having like a hard time just looking at it, man. I'm like excited. You know what? I'm not really used to eating too much Salvadorian food. You know, like, so I was always on the lookout for some good pupusas, and I think this is it, man. And tell us a bit about this curtido, right?
So that's curtido, not coleslaw.
Really? Because I was just about to call it coleslaw. It's like I was up. Excuse me for my ignorance. I was about to call it pickled coleslaw, right? But
that's really what it is. It's pickled slaw without no mayo.
Yeah, man.
So usually the curtido, like, I personally don't eat it with the cheese ones. I love just the cheesy pupusas. The curtido I usually do with like a revuelta. But I'm a cheese fan, so I love my pupusas de queso just like that. But yeah, curtido is pickled cabbage with different spices and carrots, and gives it a different kick. Vinegar.
Excuse me, man. I'm too busy eating.
Is it good though? Are you enjoying it?
Yes, it is good, man. And,
I'm not gonna let you eat by yourself. This is the pastelitos right here, the pollo. They're still hot. They're deep fried.
All right, man. Listen, there's a lot of food here, and we want to, do some damage. So we'll be right back.
Vamos a comer. La comida de la buena.
There you go. Órale, Holmes, it's me, Little Hater. Hey, check it out, Doug. This podcast is brought to you in part by Bow Down Clothing. That's right, Doug. That's what I wear, Bow Down Clothing. So if you want to look like a cholo vato, a firme vato, Doug, get yourself some Bow Down Clothing. All right, man. So we're back, man. We had those awesome pupusas, the pan con pollo, pastelitos, and everything.
Plátanos frito, cola champán.
There you go, man.
We're tapped out. He tapped out. I would have kept going. I'm still gonna get him some tacos, because you can't have tacos and workout and no tacos.
We're just gonna double up on the workouts later, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. No problema.
Listen, man. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you don't have to answer it if you want.
All right, I'm not gonna answer.
Just don't even bother asking.
Don't even ask.
Hey, do people sometimes like make fun of you because of your weight issue?
Probably not to my face. I've had uncles make fun of me. I've been chubby my whole life, so I've dealt with it. One of the worst, like in schools. Not even one. I think I've said it on camera before, but we'll say it. The double. This guy, not even a guy. This kid. It was PE class, and he called me double quarter pounder with chin.
Oh, that's gacho, man. That's gacho.
Double quarter pounder with chin. I'm
man.
over it now, but that one stung. It's been a long time, but yeah, that one.
Give Little Hater the address. He'll find him and fuck him up for you.
Thank you, Little Hater. Get him, Little Hater.
Listen, man. The reason why I ask, right, is because I get fat shamed all the time, bro. Can you believe that shit?
Really?
All the time, bro. Look, I lost 80 pounds, and I recently gained 20 to 30, right? And no one said, hey, congratulations when you lost the 30 pounds, right? Well, the 80 pounds, right? But I recently gained 20 to 30, and they started fat shaming me again.
I think once you like talk about weight, that kind of gives them the open door to talk about your weight.
Nah, man, it's sometimes it's like, I mean, when there's people out there, and I don't care, But it's usually like the people like your family.
So little haters going after the quarter pounder with chin guy, and he's going over the.
Oh, that's another little hater. He gets me too all the time, man.
También little hater.
Yeah, man. My homie, the guy that's supposed to be backing me up.
For real.
Yeah, man. That guy calls me tacos and tortas, bro.
Now he's gonna be calling you tacos and panes con pollo.
There you go, panes con pollo. Yeah, but listen, man. Let me tell you a quick little story that happened to me recently. So check this out, man. It was my birthday, right? And I invited my family to go eat, right? Because it's my birthday. They wanted to do this big thing, and I'm all like, nah, let's just go out, right? So we go out and we have the pizza, and we had the wings and a salad. Everybody ate it todo, right? We all come back from the pizza place, right? And we're walking like penguins, right? We can't, like, not just me, like everybody, right? We're like, that pizza was a solid pizza, man. And then they're like, hey, we want to talk to you. Man, they had an intervention on me, bro.
Shut up.
They had
on your birthday?
On my birthday, bro.
No.
A fat intervention on me, bro.
Así no se vale. No se vale.
Well, like I said, it's not your birthday until your Mexican family makes you feel like shit, man.
It's always got to be somebody. It's always got to be somebody.
Yeah, always that. And then they hit me with the here's a book so you can learn how to lose weight. Damn, they roasted me on my birthday, bro. They went hard on me, bro.
On your birthday.
On my birthdays, dog.
That's just cold.
Yeah, man, it was bad. All bad, man.
So you found a new family?
No, I'm on the process. I'm looking, man. I'm looking.
If you're looking to adopt, how old are you now?
I'm 22.
A 22-year-old man with his own podcast. He works out. He loves tacos. And
oh, but you know what? The day didn't even end there, bro. Check this out. So after I had this emotional beating from my familia, right? I decided to go get a massage, right? And I think they were making fun of me, bro.
The massage lady too?
Yeah, bro. Because when I walked in, bro, like I didn't understand what they were saying because they weren't speaking in English. But I think they were talking smack about me. Yeah, because as soon as I walk in, this is what they did. And I was like looking around. I go, I think they're making fun of me, bro. And then they take me to the back, right? And then they make you take off all your clothes, right? And then the lady walks in and she was laughing. And then she said something. And then the rest of the other people started laughing, man. And I was like, man, they're fucking with me, right?
They're messing with me.
They're messing with me. And then the little lady gets on my back, and I think this is a common thing, right? But then when she gets on my back, she starts twerking on me, bro. And I was like, hey, is this part of... And then, what was the dead giveaway? Her homegirl came and started taking pictures for the TikTok.
Instagram?
Yeah. And I was like, man, I think they're fucking with me. And then after that, I go, nah, dude, just keep it cool. So I got off or whatever, right? And after all was said and done, lady hits me up for a tip. And I gave her tip, right? And I told her how much you want. And she gave me a price. And the price that she told me, I gave it to her. And then as I'm walking out, they go, bye. And I'm like, turn around. And they're all laughing at me. And I'm all like, man, I got roasted big time on my cumpleaños, carnal.
Nah, man.
That's why
harsh.
That's why I bring up that question, man.
We should order 2 more pupusas just to deal.
Yeah, we're gonna add more to the thing, right?
to the fat trauma. I lost a lot of weight at one point. I think it was about close to 80 pounds. But it's funny, like, I don't know about you, but like having lost so much weight and then looking at pictures of when I was at my skinniest and realizing that when I was at that point, I still felt fat. Like, has that happened to you? Like, where you look at pictures and you're like, man, I'm so skinny. But at that point in time, I didn't feel skinny.
Yeah.
Like, I've never felt skinny, even though I've been skinnier. Like, you look at pictures like, damn, I was looking good. I was in shape. But in your head, that's not the shape you're in.
Yeah, man, I see family albums like where I used to be like not fat at all, and they used to call me gordo, and I'm like, motherfuckers, that was like at my prime. I wasn't even fat, And it's
I was at my skinniest.
I was like, damn. Check this out, man. Like, have you seen like the old pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger, like in the 1970s?
Yeah. He was super cut and super ripped.
That's how I feel.
That's how you feel?
No, for reals. I feel like inside my workout abilities and in my mind, I feel that like chingon.
Flow.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, man. When I get my workouts done and when I go do for like my 2 mile runs and my jumping jacks and my jump ropes and
You know the Addams Family. You know Uncle Fester.
yeah.
That's how I feel.
Oh man, but then I look in the mirror and I see I see the product and I'm like, oh, I guess that's what it is, you know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, man.
You
So-
started your weight loss journey 3 years ago.
Yeah, but there's been ups and downs, to the process. But you know what? The thing about like the whole weight loss that like people like kind of like they give up, right? So to me, it's like I started at 300, I went down significantly, and then I recently gained, right? But I'm never gonna go back to 300. You see, and even though I'm still at where I'm at right now, it's a work in process, man, and I continue to work at it, man. You know, it's like I never give up, you know, and it's like anything,
You
man.
want your weight to be like the S&P 500, not like cryptocurrency, is what he's saying. You have to be nice and steady, not ups and down like your Bitcoin.
Yeah, you need consolidation.
That's right.
Yeah, man. But the main thing is to keep at it and be positive about it. Definitely enjoy your life. You know.
That's it. I mean, it's your only life. This is the only life you get to live. For me, I like tasting new food. I love eating. But also in moderation, right? Like you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to. We can't eat out like this every day. It might look like it on social media, but you can't sustain. That's not sustainable. So you got to balance it out. For me, I think it's time for the workout. I'm gonna start watching your workout videos and see what if I can get inspired. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
The struggle's real.
The struggle's real, man. All right, man. Let's get the conversation a little bit as we were talking about the social media, man. How long has it taken you to be where you're at? Like how many like subs and all that did it take you to get to where you're at?
Oh man. So really, I started TikTok during quarantine. Really, if you look at the TikTok, that's probably about the time where I started kind of doing videos consistently. And I think that's the key, is consistent. I have no format. I just do whatever I think is funny. And I think as a creator, for me, that's just the creative outlet, right? Like there is no like, oh, I got to do this, because I just do whatever I think is funny. And if I think it's funny, I hope somebody else finds it funny. And that's been the case with a lot of the videos. Like, oh, okay, well, you guys think that's funny? I got more. And it's just like comedy. When you think of a joke, the joke comes to you, or you write it and you think it's funny, and then you take it to the stage and you say it. And it's up to the audience to decide, like, okay, that's a joke you're gonna keep, or that's a joke you're gonna, not use anymore.
You scratch it,
Yeah,
like if you say a joke and it doesn't pick up right away, you scratch it, or.
So for me, I've done jokes where they didn't work, and then I'll go back and say, okay, well, why didn't that work? I think it's funny, and try to rework it to find a way to make it funny, right? And yeah, that works sometimes, but sometimes like, okay, well, that joke's not as funny as I thought. I'm just not gonna do that no more, or whatever. And that's the same thing with content creating. It's like, okay, that's a funny idea. Let's try it. And it's like, okay, well, that didn't go nowhere. I thought it was hilarious, but nobody thought it was funny. Okay, then we'll just won't do it again. But when people like it, and it's like, oh, okay, there's something there. Then how do we expand on that? How do we make it? How to make another one? How do we use that same concept that's funny and keep creating content? And just keep creating different things. And I think as a creator, I think that's important, because you're using your creativeness to do that. If you just start making it into a job, then you're gonna get tired pretty quick. You're gonna start what's the new term? Quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting. That's a new term I never heard of.
So people are now starting to quiet quit their jobs, where they just do the bare minimum to get by, but they don't quit. And so I think if you start creating content just to make money, you're gonna get tired. You're just gonna be like, okay, well, I'll do it for whatever. But there's no creative outlet. It's not a creative outlet for you. It's a
I
job.
see. That makes sense. Yeah, you know what? The way I feel about like creating content and stuff like that, I try to put out the best possible quality content out there. Because I think that's what people deserve, right? I don't believe in doing the bare minimum, like, you know, for delivering, because it shows, right?
It shows. People can tell. I mean, you know, if you put some effort, people can tell you're putting effort and work, and they'll appreciate that. And so, like I said earlier, a little effort goes a long way, man. People are like, oh yeah, that's, you know, that was funny. A lot of times, like the videos that we do with Nelson, like we'll write that stuff out, we'll develop the idea, and it's like, okay, that's funny, or how do we make that funnier, or what can we add to it? And so it's not just us pointing the camera at each other; it's us kind of figuring out, okay, well, what's funny about it, and how do we make it funnier?
Yeah.
Right? And how do we add to that? And so if you put that little bit of effort, you know, it shows, you know, and you know, it shows in the content. And so, like I said, just it's a grind.
It's a grind. So, and comedy is a grind, right? Are you performing anywhere like soon, or what's the deal with your comedy? Are
So
you doing a lot more stand-ups?
I haven't. We stopped for a little bit. We're doing Pupusa coming up in September. That's been taking up our time and promoting. Join us September 11th at Pupusa, and then we have another big show coming up in December. So that's the next kind of big events. These events have turned into a thing. So now it's kind of more work to do, and so, you know, it's booking the comedians, it's having the budget locked in and selling tickets. So I'm kind of spreading them out, you know, further. I still love doing it. I still love doing comedy, but you know, to put on a show, like I said, put on a show. Like, we're gonna put effort into this. We're gonna give you a product. When you go to our comedy shows, you're gonna get food, pupusas. It's gonna be an event. It's not just, you know, your regular comedy show. We want it to feel like a party, and you're kind of joining in on the event. And so, like I said, putting that on takes work and effort. So we're kind of spreading them out right now.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun, man. Listen, man, we still got some tacos, I guess, reviews we have to do now.
Yes, we can't have tacos and work out without tacos. And Taquero Mucho's here.
Taquero Mucho, he's got my name on it. All right, man. So we're going to go do that right now. But before we go out and take care of that, go ahead and give them all your info, man.
So you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. It's Hoozay, Hoozay. You can go to Hoozay.tv. You can go to curtido.tv. And you can find all our content there. Follow me on the social medias. And yeah, seguime.
There you go, guys. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right.